Hari Om, Arjuna Visadha Yoga, Chapter 1, Verse 11. Yesterday we saw verse 10. I am repeating that verse. Aparyaptam tadasmagam balam bhishmabhirakshitam paryaptam dvidame desham balam bhimabhirakshitam. Duryodhana said to Dronaji that our army is well protected by Bhishmaji. Bhishma be Rakshitam. So we cannot be defeated. Pandava army is protected by Bhima, but it will be defeated. This is what he said in verse 10. Now in verse 11, he is saying, please protect Bhishmaji. Let us see the verse. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yada bhagamavastitaha bhishmameva virakshantu bhavantas sarvayevaghi. He says, Ayaneshu cha sarveshu, all divisions of our army, yada bhagamavastitaha, by staying in their own places. Bhishma meva virakshantu bhavantas sarvayevagi. All divisions of our army, Bhishma abhirakshantu. You all protect Bhishma. There is a contradiction in what he is saying. In the first verse, verse 10, he said, Bhishma protects, hence we cannot be defeated. In verse 11, he tells Dronaji to protect Bhishmaji. Why? That was the question yesterday. Now we are answering that question. The reason seems to be Dharma of Bhishmaji and Dharma of Dronaji. Already we have seen Bhishmaji and Dronaji were not only preaching Dharma, but practicing Dharma. Bhishma was a Kshatriya. If war comes, whoever is against his country, being a Kshatriya, he will kill them mercilessly. Whoever it is, he is not bothered. Protecting the country, that is his dharma. As a Kshatriya, I am a king, I have to protect my country. Those days, all the kings will run helter-skelter on seeing Bhishmaji. That powerful he was. In fact, no king dared to challenge Duryodhana for fear of inviting the wrath of Bhishma those days. However, Bhishma decided that he will not fight against Sigandi or kill Sigandi. Since Sigandi was by birth a woman. The interesting story, very short story, I will tell that story for the purpose of understanding. Bhishma was managing the kingdom of Vichitravirya when Vichitravirya was a minor. Vichitravirya attained the age of marriage. King of Kashi had 3 daughters. The daughters of King of Kashi were about to be married. So those days what happens is a Swayamvara will happen. The kings used to come to the hall. The princess will carry a garland in her hand. They will go round and see all the kings. Whomsoever she likes, she will put the garland. That is the way the marriage will get solemnized. Bhishma was at that time old. He went to that function. All of them were thinking that Bhishma has come for witnessing this function because already he is very old. Secondly, he has taken a vow that he will not marry any girl till death. So Bhishma must have come for witnessing this function. This is what the kings and also the queens, that princess, they all thought about this. No one was aware that Bhishma went there on behalf of Vichitravirya. When they saw Bhishma standing in the hall, they scoffed at him at his old age. Bhishma got very angry. He challenged all the kings for a fight. This was the custom at that time. The winner will marry the girls. In some animal kingdoms, this still exists. The animal will fight, whichever animal wins, that will take the female animal. All the kings were defeated by Bhishma. They all ran for their life. Then Bhishma took all the three princes to Vichitravirya's palace and arranged for their marriage with Vichitravirya. One princess by name Amba informed Bhishma that she is already in love with another king by name Salva and requested Bhishma to release her. Bhishma admitted his mistake. Oh my God! He profusely apologized to her. This I didn't know. I am sorry. I am extremely sorry. And he sent her with full honors to King Salva. Salva refused to marry her on the ground. I am sorry. I lost in the battle. If in the fight I lost, so hence I cannot marry you. He said, no, I will not marry. On knowing this, Bhishma requested and prayed to Salva, please marry. It is not her mistake, it is my mistake. I apologize, you marry. But Salva was adamant. He refused. Nothing doing. I will not marry Amba. So Amba went from Bhishma's palace to Vichitravirya's palace and from Vichitravirya's palace to Bhishma's palace. Going, coming. She was doing this. Finally, she got frustrated and with Salva. She asked Bhishma, please marry me. If Salva is not marrying, it is okay. You marry me. Bhishma refused because he had already taken a vow not to marry till death. There are only two gods, if I can say, Hanumanji and Bhishmaji. They never touched a girl, even by heart. Only two. These two never touched a girl, even by heart. Amba's anger now turned against Bhishmaji. She went to various kings and begged them to fight against Bhishma and kill him. All kings refused for fear of their life. They said, nothing doing. How can I fight against Bhishmaji? No, sorry, they said. She went to forest. She prayed to Lord Muruga. Lord Muruga, Kartikeya, appeared and gave her a lotus garland. Lord Muruga said, whoever wears this will kill Bhishma. She went to Drupada's palace and begged him to put the garland on his neck and fight against Bhishma. Drupada said, nothing doing. He said, no, I can't do it. I can't fight Bhishmaji. I am sorry. He said that. Then she got frustrated. She put the garland on the gate of Drupada and went to the forest for penance. She saw some saints, great saints were there in Himalayas. She went to them and requested them, told her story. They took pity on her. They said, okay, you go to Parasuramaji. Parasuramaji hates Kshatriyas very much. He will definitely kill Bhishmaji. You go to him. Then she went to Parasurama and requested him to kill Bhishma. A long fight happened between Parasuramaji and Bhishmaji. But unfortunately, Parasuramaji lost in the war. Parasuramaji told Amba to fall at the feet of Bhishma. Sorry, I am not able to help you. I got defeated in the battle. He said. Amba with lot of rage went to Himalayas and performed a rigorous tapas. This time towards Lord Shiva. Finally, Lord Shiva appeared before her and granted her a boon. In your next birth, you will kill Bhishma. She could not wait for the death to come. She immediately jumped into fire and killed herself. In the next Janma, Amba was born as a daughter of Drupada. When she was a child, she was going around and she saw the garland, ever fresh and attractive, given by Lord Kartikeya. She put it on her neck. King Drupada Fearing the wrath of Bhishmaji, sent her immediately out of the palace. Get out. Then she went to the forest and performed tapas. And after that, she transformed herself into Shikandi. That is why Bhishmaji took a vow that Shikandi, in his birth, being a female, and transformed herself into a male, Bhishmaji decided, I will not fight against Shikandi. All others, no mercy. Whoever it is, even if it is Lord Krishna, no mercy. But Shikandi, I will not fight. I will not even shoot a single arrow against Shikandi, since by birth she was a girl. So, in the earlier verses, we saw Pandavas creating psychological pressure on Kauravas by fielding Shikandi against Bhishmaji. Drona, being a Brahmin, he may or may not kill Pandavas. Sympathy factor, generally, अरे यार ठीक है छोड़ो this fellow, let him live, we will defeat him but I will not kill. That is the Dronaji's dharma. Already we have seen that the dharma of Brahmana is not to kill even an ant. Hence Duryodhana had a trust deficit on Dronaji and he was going on giving this lecture. Knowing Bhishma's story, Duryodhana suspected that the Pandavas may field Shikandi against Bhishmaji and will paralyze him with Shikandi's arrows. Actually, this is what happened in the war. Except Shikandi, Bhishma as a true Kshatriya will kill everybody in the Pandava army. Hence, Duryodhana requested Dronaji to protect Bhishmaji at any cost, so that single-handedly Bhishmaji will kill all the Pandavas. Here, two things to be noted. One, in Hinduism, whether you do something knowingly or unknowingly, willingly or unwillingly, wantonly or unwantonly, you will gain punya or paba according to your act, and you will enjoy or suffer its fruits. So you should be very careful in all your actions. There is no escape in Hinduism. You cannot say, I have a credit, I have a debit, I will adjust. No. For your punya, you will enjoy. For your papa, you will suffer. In Hinduism, this is one important thing. Secondly, in that war, every inch of Bhishma's body was pierced by poisonous arrows. The arrows are all insults uttered against Sambhaji and suffered by her. The pain suffered by Bhishmaji was equivalent to the pain suffered by Ambaji in her heart. He underwent and accepted that punishment or that pain for the unintended mistake committed by him. He suffered it. He took it. I did that mistake. I should suffer for it. Amba's anger was completely put out when all the arrows pierced Bhishma and he fell from the chariot. So this is the story of Ambaji. That is why Duryodhana, even though he said in the verse 10 that our army is well protected by Bhishmaji, he asked Dronaji to protect Bhishmaji because he knows that Pandavas will field Shikandi against Bhishmaji and try to paralyze him or kill him. Hence he said to Dronaji, please protect Bhishmaji. Again verse 11. Ayanechusha sarveshu yada bhagamavastitaha Bhishmameva birakshantu bhavantas sarva evahi. Hariho sarvam krishnarpanamastu.